For most of human history, we mapped the stars and built empires without ever seeing the microscopic structures keeping us alive. We spent millennia unaware of the fundamental units of our own bodies. The cell was never an invention of human ingenuity, but a discovery unlocked by a specific tool. These primitive glass lenses and brass mechanics pulled back the curtain on a world that had existed for billions of years. The development of these lenses shifted the boundaries of human observation. We gained the ability to see an invisible layer of reality that had previously been inaccessible to our senses. Our understanding of life shifted because we stopped looking exclusively at the horizon and started looking closely at a single drop of pond water and a thin slice of wood. In 1665, British scientist Robert Hooke examined a thin slice of ordinary cork through a primitive set of lenses. What he saw was a rigid, grid-like pattern. It reminded him of cella, the small, cramped rooms where monks lived, leading him to name these structures cells. Hooke was observing dead plant tissue. Because nothing was moving within the structures, he concluded that these cells were simply empty, box-like containers. A different perspective came from Antony van Leeuwenhoek, a Dutch fabric merchant who ground high-quality lenses with unprecedented clarity. He turned his attention to a symbol of pond water. Leeuwenhoek's sketches show squiggly, organic shapes he called animalcules. These were moving, living organisms, proving that these tiny structures were far from empty. This discovery proved that a hidden, teeming ecosystem existed right beneath our noses, shattering the idea that the microscopic world was static or empty. A cell functions as a hyper-advanced, fully automated biological factory. Inside, thousands of specialized components work in perfect sync to ensure life runs smoothly. These dark purple circles are the nuclei. Each acts as the CEO, housing the DNA that serves as the ultimate blueprint. Its authority is absolute. If this central control center stops functioning, every other system in the factory immediately shuts down. Membrane regulates the cell's internal environment by strictly controlling which nutrients enter and which waste products are removed. The survival of the cell depends on this localized control. It relies on strict borders and the continuous execution of internal commands. Powering this complex operation are the mitochondria. This image shows the intricate, folded inner structures where the factory's physical energy production occurs. Within these folds, the cell performs cellular respiration, a process that breaks down raw nutrients to generate usable power for the entire factory. This chemical equation shows the conversion at work. Inputs of glucose and oxygen are transformed into carbon dioxide, water, and energy-rich molecules called ATP. On the manufacturing floor, ribosomes act as the workers. They follow the instructions from the nucleus to physically build the proteins required for life. Once built, these proteins are moved by the endoplasmic reticulum. This network acts like a conveyor belt system, transporting materials to their final destinations. Every biological function is the mechanical output of these specialized components working in relentless synchrony. Mapping these microscopic mechanisms eventually led to the development of cell theory, the framework that defines our modern understanding of biology. Cell theory dictates 3 laws. All living things are composed of cells. The cell is the basic unit of life, and all new cells arise from existing ones. This understanding is the foundation of modern medicine. It led directly to vaccines, antibiotics, and our ability to treat the cellular causes of disease. The scale of this cooperation is evident in our own bodies. You are composed of roughly 30 trillion units, each performing their specific roles simultaneously. You function as a synchronized, walking collective of trillions of invisible factories. Every breath and movement is the mechanical output of microscopic entities collaborating to keep you alive.